Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Thanks for coming out. My name is Chris. I'm the comic vet. I can tell just by the comments, a lot of people are having a lot of fun by the fact that I'm Canadian. If those of you checked out today's video that myself and Mark from Legion of Comics released, two cool guys, two hot picks, or as the ladies like to refer to it as just simply two hot guys, you'll see that there was a lot of fun. Uh, a lot of fun today, and a little bit of comedy thrown in with the whole American and Canadian thing going on. Either way, it's what we do. And myself, Mark, and Ryan from the Cosmic Campfire, and those that enjoy At Week's End on Mark's channel Sunday nights, we have a lot of fun, all in good, all in good fun about the whole Canadian American thing, and just me pointing out the fact that whenever there's any bit of talent or any little bit of talent out there that happens to be Canadian, I point it out, and they have a little laugh, and it's all in good fun. So let's just take a look at who's in the chat right now before we get into what the main part of the program here is for this evening. And I promise not to be that long. I know there's a lot of very good content that happens on Sunday nights. So I'm not going to take too much time from those of you who enjoy, regular programs that happen on YouTube, 8 o'clock, 8:30, and please check out At Week's End on Legion of Comics at 9 o'clock, where myself and Mark and Ryan from the Cosmic Campfire will be spotlighting and ruining, or I shouldn't say ruining, but spoiling all the big books that came out this week, and also stuff that's a part of pulp culture. With that being said, let's say hello to everyone. Speak of the devil, here he is. Mark, thanks for coming out, my main man. Hoarder's Hide, blame Canada. Yeah, blame Canada. Ryan having a little fun saying pass the syrup. We don't put syrup on everything, not quite everything. And it's just simply sorry about that, man. Like I know it's more of a Quebec thing. I'm from Ontario. And yep, Beebs, he doesn't live too far from where I am, to be honest with you, probably within 5 or 6 miles. I guess that's an American terminology, miles. The entire planet doesn't know what a mile is. Everyone knows what a kilometer is. It's just, in the United States, they refer to it as this archaic type of measurement known as miles. Anyways, Hidden Gem, thanks for coming out. Mark Spector, thanks. Comic Kane, what's up, Comic Army? Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Mark's having a little bit of fun. Flash by Night, nice to see you, my man. Thanks for coming out. You don't have... There's many things we're proud of when it comes to music. There are some things that we're not so proud of when it comes to music. We did give the world Neil Young. And Petey Williams. And according to Sweet Tooth, we drink it straight sometimes. That's a secret. I'm not a big fan that Jeff Lemire's kind of let that out to the rest of the world. I'm not going to really address it from hereafter. Certain things we just kind of keep to ourselves as a nation. With that being said, Comic Army, again, my name is Chris. I'm here to today open up a couple slabs. Now, I do know for a fact that these are 9.8 slabs. There are 2 in here, and I pre-purchased them from an online retailer. Some of you may know, some of you may not know. They're not this retailer is not affiliated with my channel in any way, shape, or form. They just happen to have a hell of a deal, so I jumped on it. The retailer I'm talking about is Slabbed Heroes. Slabbed Heroes is based out of the great state of Ohio, the home of the Ohio State University and the home of my favorite American collegiate football team, the Buckeyes. And I have been to Ohio State University, and I did see the homecoming game there. Anyways, Ryan's dropping a little bit of How I Met Your Mother knowledge on everyone. Robin Sparkles performed, yes. Oh, I'm going to leave that alone. But yes, Robin Sparkles. Another good show that pokes a lot of fun at Canadians, all in good humor. Anyways, I have 2 books in here, and these 2 books. Once I unleash them, it will become a part of a 3-part set. For those who watch my channel way back in the last week of December, I released a video called Let's Talk Spec. And in that video, Let's Talk Spec, I spoke about The Amazing Spider-Man issue 55, how I thought this book could potentially become a $300 investment if it was found if you get your hands on it in 9.8. It was an incredibly original idea at the time, and I saw potential for a lot of imitations to happen. You know, I've really thought there was going to be a lot of homages done to that particular book, ASM 55. And the one I'm talking about, of course, is the Patrick Gleason webhead. I don't want to say variant because it was actually just the normal cover. The second printing actually got a variant. The 1 in 50 white cover, basically the pencil edition, that one has a variant. So that one, I guess, technically we can call a variant. But ASM 55, the A cover, is the webhead. Anyways, it turns out that I was right. It did go to 3 publishings. I don't want to say I was right. Everyone knew it was going to go at least three printings, right? But I was right with the fact that there have been some homages already. And here we are just 6 months later, because like I said, that book was released the last week of December. So technically it's not a 2021 book. It came out between Christmas and New Year's Day. I believe on December 28th, that particular Wednesday, we got that book. Anyways, I have right here a copy of the third printing in a 9.8. So guess what I got in this box? All right, like Mark just said, unleash those books. Let's unleash these books. I did pre-cut the box. However, I did not open up said bubble wrap. I believe I paid $60 American for these books. And the cool thing about it was I did buy both of these books individually, and Slabbed Heroes actually combined the shipping, then refunded the shipping on one box. And for those of you who watch my channel, you'll know that last week I kind of got hosed by an online retailer when it comes to something is killing the children. So it's just refreshing to see that there are online retailers out there that do take care of their customers and keep their customers at the forefront of their thought process. It's not just all about making money and ripping people off. You know, it's about just making money and pleasing your customer in the meantime. I didn't have to spend a lot of money on these books. I did get in on the train a little bit early. When it comes to the ASM 55, these are books I've been speaking about for a very long time. My good friend Mark from Legion of Comics is quick to point out that I did speak about these books early, and I know that he is a fan of them as well, as he gave away the 3-piece set a little while ago on his channel. So like I mentioned, the retailer put both of these slabs in here and refunded me the shipping on one. And let me tell you, it's a pretty penny to have things shipped from the United States to Canada right now. Normally, I would just have it shipped to my post office box that I do have in New York. But since the American-Canadian border has been closed for well over a year now, I can't get to it. I don't have 2 weeks to donate to travel to New York, 2 weeks to donate down there to, basically hibernate for 2 weeks to prove that I don't have COVID, then turn around, spend 24 hours just going to my mailbox, and then turn around and having to come back to Ontario and spending another 2 weeks. It's just easier for me to continue to pay, my monthly fees that I do for my post office box in Buffalo. And, but these are a little special. These I wanted as soon as possible. So we'll start with this one that's right here. Ladies and gentlemen, The Amazing Spider-Man, issue 55, the Patrick Gleason normal cover. This is the second printing in a 9.8. I personally enjoy the red one the most, just because red's my favorite color. There were originally a white, a red, and a blue. Some people prefer the red, some people prefer the blue. most people just kind of think the white is kind of like second place. But yeah, let's just give a quick shout out here. Yep, second printing, my man. And Ryan likes to point out the fact that, yes, we all know that the world does basically survive on the back of the United States greenback. But at the time of purchasing these, the Canadian dollar was not doing that well against the against the American dollar. It's actually doing pretty well today. So it cost, like I said, $55, and I believe all said and done, that was just south of 70 Canadian dollars. And my bald brother, Nick, hope you're doing well, my man. Thanks for joining me. But Flash by Night saying that he has the red, white, and blue ones. Yep, they're very special to those that collect and enjoy Spider-Man. Just remember there is the 1 in 50 variant that came out of the second printing, which is the white cover with the original pencil sketch. So the one that started all of this for me, talking about ASM 55 and talking about what I thought potentially could happen based off the originality that Patrick Gleason gave us in late December. This is said book. This is the very first printing of ASM 55, Last Remains, brought to us by Nick Spencer. I don't even have to look. Nick Spencer and Patrick Gleason. And I believe Patrick Gleason actually did the interiors as well. Yes, he did. And for those that don't know, if you look closely here, the P in Spider-Man is actually not filled out properly. Yes, this is actually an error. However, it was not corrected, but a lot of people actually spotted it and point out that the P is actually not complete. And they did go back and fix it here. Again, apologies about the glare and my notes there. Those are my notes for earlier today for Two Cool Guys, Two Hot Picks. And if you haven't checked that out, please go ahead when this stream is done and check out Two Cool Guys, Two Hot Picks for myself and Mark from Legion of Comics. We each give one hot pick for this upcoming New Comic Book Day. Mark said to me that his pick was controversial, so I really went overboard with saying how controversial Mark's pick was. It's not controversial. It's actually a very solid pick. It was actually something that was on my radar as well. So anyways, just to let everyone know, these are the original 3 outside of the variants in a 9.8, which I'm very happy to have. Basically 6 months later after its original release. This is the 3rd printing of the Amazing Spider-Man issue 55, the blue cover. The very nice red cover, the 2nd printing. And the one that helped launch my channel, I don't want to say helped launch it, but it really brought a lot of people to my channel. That video actually has over 1,200 views. It blows every other video that I've ever made out of the water. I don't know how, but I'm presuming it's just off the strength of talking about this book. The Amazing Spider-Man issue 55, brought to us by Nick Spencer and beautifully done by Patrick Gleason. So yeah, I know that a lot of comic book fans went out and picked up this printing, the 2nd printing, the 3rd printing. Some of you even went out and got yourselves the 1 in 50 as well. I do have a copy of a 1 in 50. It's not graded yet, but yeah, let me know what you think. It's nice to actually have all 3, and I gotta admit, my OCD feels pretty good. As being a completionist, it feels pretty damn good. But now that I'm thinking about that 1 in 50, it's starting to burn me a little bit. Let's take a look at the comments. And Ryan talking about Two Cool Guys, Two Hot Picks. Definitely controversial pick in the mix. How was such and such not on the list? You two had one job. There's actually someone, I believe it was Soul Twice, that pointed out the fact that neither one of us picked Venom 200. I know Mark would never ever pick Venom 200, so that would have to be left on my shoulders. And I went with something that was probably a little bit more enjoyable than the final Donny Cates issue. Please check out that video that was released earlier today to find out what my pick was, and the controversial one that Mark did. The champ is here. Tyler, thanks for coming out, my man. Really appreciate your time. Captain Comics, hey, just subbed. How you doing? I'm doing well. Thank you for subbing. I greatly appreciate it. Yep. I know Tyler is a slabbed huntsman as well. He does knock off a lot of Something He's Killing the Children 9.8. I gotta say, his collection of Something He's Killing the Children in 9.8 is spectacular. Yeah, my man. I'm sure that you probably have one of these in your fine collection as well. Las Cruces 1971. Hello from New Mexico. Hello from Ontario, my man. Hope you're doing well down there. Hope the weather's beautiful. And thanks a lot, Mark. Greatly appreciate it, my man. And Hoarder's Hide. It is a cool cover that'll probably never own since it's modern null. Yes, Hoarder's Hide is a collector of golden, silver, copper, and some Bronze Age stuff. But again, I just thought it was cool that we finally had an outside of the box type of artwork, and that's what this is, in my opinion. Very outside the box. Epic Prince, we're doing well, my man. Hope you're doing well as also. And Tyler is now deciding to pay off his mortgage. Wait for the trailer, man. Wait for the trailer. But like I promised at the beginning of this video, everyone, I wasn't going to take up too much of your Sunday time. I know there are a lot of big channels that do go live Sunday evening. So again, I'd like to thank all of you for tuning in a little bit and spending a little bit of time with me. Again, in about 45 minutes, I'll be streaming live from Georgia with my good friend Mark from Legion of Comics and Ryan from the Cosmic Campfire, and probably some other guests as we talk and spoil books that were released this past Wednesday. Talk everything pop culture. I'm sure Loki's going to be coming up, and I'll let everyone know what I thought of Loki. I have watched it a couple times, and again, it's pretty cool to have this trilogy here under my roof finally. I thoroughly love these pieces of art. I hope one day, like I mentioned a few moments ago, to have the 1 in 50 slabbed up in a 9.8. And yeah, that's about it. So again, if you wouldn't mind, check out Two Cool Guys, 2 Hot Picks. It was released a few hours ago. Like I said, apparently it is somewhat controversial, if you know Mark. And till then, hold on. No, I can't afford it. If you check out my new comic book day hauls, you'll see how much I actually spent every Wednesday. I do pick up grails now and then, but the one homage, if it ever gets made, that I kind of hope one day does get made. I hope that Todd McFarlane makes an homage of it in for a cover of Spawn, where we have Spawn done entirely in chains. For those that read Spawn, you know how important chains are to that particular Hellspawn. And we all know Todd's not afraid to do an homage cover, even though his most 2 famous covers of all time, or I should say, his 2 covers are the most homage covers of all time: Spider-Man 1 and ASM 300. In fact, I'm kind of tired of it. Time to find a new book to homage. Anyways, I think most of you are probably with me on that one. And James Willie, you're never too late, my man. Again, I unboxed this to go along with this. I have all 3. And yeah, that's a terrific idea. Marvel kind of missed the boat on that one. And ooh, thanks for joining me. Nice to have part 2 of Black Comics in the house. Anyways, guys, again, it's been 20 minutes. I kind of thought this would be 5 minutes. Again, thanks for joining me. It's nice to have those books, and I thoroughly mean that. And to all of you, have a good night, and I'll see you in about 45 minutes on Legion of Comics. Till then, everyone. Take care.